Hello everyone and welcome to Thrive Labs, the best place to learn everything about technical analysis and the financial market. As you might have noticed, we have been seeing an increase in price on Bitcoin, allowing us to surpass 44, 45, 46, 47, now at $48,000. I haven't really made a video last week, and that is for good reason. I did got some comments like, hey, Mike, price is increasing 15% in a single week. Where's your videos? I need it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here I am. But last week, I have just been working really hard. Just wanted to share this with you guys. I'm very proud of it. I've created a lot of new content on the Thrive Labs Academy, enhancing the learning experience ever so much more in depth. So before we had the technical analysis crash course where you're able to learn the basics of all the technical tools that I use, but now we have a full-fledged new course which is called Tradecraft. It's included in the membership. It goes beyond the basics of the market mastery, right? So we cover like leverage trading, really topics that really are very rarely talked about in the market because simply a lot of people are just really not aware of this. So I've made a series on that particular topic, but I'm also sharing my thoughts and how to bring all of that in practice. And of course, the most difficult that you can, a lot of traders and aspiring traders are dealing with, is actually getting into positions. Doing technical analysis is one thing, but actually trading the markets correctly with the confidence that you need in order to maintain a position and not get scared. You're like, how can you go about these entries? I made a whole list of videos about that and showing you some practical examples of how do I implement it myself in practice. Also showing you some actual live trade examples, even live trading, where we just go where I show what the reality of trading is. Losses are being made, wins are being made, and you can see everything live. We don't hide anything. And also how I go about a bigger losing trade, for example. So I'm just really proud of telling you guys about this. And, I thought it was suiting to open up this video with that. As you all now know why I didn't make a video for the last week. But in the meantime, as you can see, I have been still trading. And I am currently, as you can see, in a long trade from $44,000 to $162, which is at the moment my entry price. At the moment, I have about $3,000 remained left, unrealized profits. I have taken profits multiple times along the way up, right? So this is just a fraction of my initial position because in the end, as a trader and as a teacher, I do need to provide you with the right examples. And one of these right examples is take profits along the way and pay yourself as you are profiting from the market, right? There's no point in just having that trade open, seeing all that unrealized profit sitting, and then just in the event if price is actually retracing, just everything that you could have had is now worth nothing or even at a minus, right? So this is the current situation. I am in a long trade on Bitcoin at the moment, about 3/4 of a Bitcoin. A very profitable trade overall. So for me, it doesn't really matter what happens next, right? If we go down and I get stopped out, it's all good. It's all good because I have taken profits along the way. But I do want to talk to you about my view on the market and what do I expect next on Bitcoin. So let's get started. Leave a like, subscribe to this channel because this is the place where we keep it real, we're keeping it 100 and you get simply the best information available. It is what it is. It is what it is. So let's talk Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been very quiet overall. Overall, very quiet. We have been in a sideways range since December 2023. And as a matter of fact, at the moment, we still are. We have seen a rotational move to the downside, giving us a local downtrend after the ETF approval news, which if you are a longer term follower, this was, you have been able to profit from this as well, because I've shared this publicly. I anticipated this stop for a very long time, and we have seen a 21% retracement since then, a local downtrend. But now, since then, we have started making our way towards a bounce. And then again, we have consolidated sideways for yet another week on end, right? For yet another week on end. And that provides us with the context on where to go next. When price is range bound, it can literally break two ways. It can break upwards or it can break downwards. The probabilities of doing so is more or less 50%. However, due to the formation of this sideways pattern, and this is what the community is for, the Discord community, I've shared continuously as the range was progressing, that the context was building and building and building. And that led me to believe that once this range is going to break, it is very likely to see follow through, right? Leaving it so that I'm not going to jump in front of any of that price action, but rather I might be actually more interested in joining and participating in the direction of the trend that is breaking out, right? Now, don't mistake this for me taking a breakout trade, because I have traded this very technically, and I want to take you along with my train of thought here. Train of thought here, because simply put, how did I actually get into this trade? By building at this moment in time, as the range is going sideways, I had a gut feeling, but the chart has yet at this point in time had to prove to me which way it's actually going to break, right? Now, once it actually did, that is where technical analysis came into play, where I allowed myself, or where I simply could pull a fixed range from the beginning of the range, from the moment where we were then at the time, giving us the upper end of that value area at the time. Now it's changed because, we are simply trading a lot higher than now. But the reason, if we then zoom down into a more local time frame, we can see this little line that I just drew on the chart. That provided, instead of resistance, it actually went through and backtested that. And if you can see, this is at $44,200 more or less, right? And that resulted in me getting into this long trade and actually trading it all the way up to where we are at currently. That is the current situation. That is the trade that I am in right now. I'm trading this on 2bit. Shout out to you, 2bit, by the way. I love this exchange. Really nice exchange. No KYC. Signing up is super easy, really quick, less than 5 minutes, boom, and you get going. If you want to get some bonuses, if you want to try out this exchange yourself, 2bit has a nice... we have a link that you can follow, as you can see over here below this video in the description. We have here a link that you can click and you can get some extra bonuses. And on top of that, they also have a fairly nice event currently to honor the Chinese New Year or the Lunar New Year. My apologies. Lunar New Year is what I mean. Yeah, that's really nice. It's really nice. I think it's a great way of getting familiar with an exchange that maybe you've never used before. As you can see, I'm using it actually every single day. I'm starting to like it more and more and more and more. And I've incorporated this in my daily trading practices now. So shout out to you guys, 2bit. You're doing a great job. Yeah, much respect to you guys. So now let's move on. Let's move on to what am I expecting next, right? What am I expecting next for Bitcoin? Well, honestly, there's 3 levels that I'm currently looking at. And these levels are located over here, set at 46,862. Then we have another key level set to the upside, set at $49,000. And we have another key level set at 40,765. Now, the lower key level set at 46,862 is support until it's not, right? And if we start losing the level, then we can actually start thinking about the probability of this range essentially just continuing, making its rotation to the downside, making its rotation to the upside, and we can simply look for another rotation to the downside. But as long as we do not lose this level, that probability at the moment is low. And here's the thing. I have presented now to you 2 key levels to the upside. $49,000 to the upside and $50,765. The way that I'm approaching these levels are different. One key level is actually for me to be interested in taking a new short trade, whereas the other key level is more to get a better insight about context. I have dedicated today's price action trading video within the community solely on this particular concept and why these levels are different in the way that I approach them. This is very valuable information and can be literally worth a lot of money. Unfortunately, this is a public video that I do not want to make too long, so therefore I'm not going to go in depth about how this level works. If you are very interested and if you do want to learn how and why I approach these levels in this way, then go to the website thrivelabs.io, get yourself a membership, and you can literally ask me directly after watching this video, and I'm more than happy to explain it to you in person. So what do I expect for Bitcoin to happen next? Let's summarize everything, right? Because we've gone over quite a few things. We've gone over how did I got into the trade. We've gone over the fact that we are increasing and we keep on doing so until we are losing an important key level to the downside, which is 46,862. You know, I would say $50,000 obviously is a level that a lot of people are looking at. I have very specific ideas about how I think things are going to go, but the facts remain. Currently, the trend is up. Bitcoin is showing bullish price action, and therefore, as long as we stay above 46,862, I am going to be calming down on the short trades in a very aggressive way. And if I take a short trade, it will be short trades that are going to be taken from a scalp or day trading perspective, meaning that I'm going to be taking profits on lower time frame confluences that I get from technical analysis on the chart. That is my way how I'm going to proceed forward. And essentially I'm saying here, I expect higher prices until proven otherwise. And sometimes it can be difficult. Sometimes the price action is more easy to read. This is what I expect next on Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? What is the most likely thing to happen next on Bitcoin? Or write me directly when you actually do decide to join the winning team in our trading community, where we are making profits also from the smaller intraday moves by simply day trading the local price action as we wait for the bigger setups to present itself. So find us at our website, and with that, hope you've enjoyed this video update, and see you in the next video, where I will be showing you again Bitcoin and what we are expecting next. Have a great day, cheers, and goodbye.